Get Your Health Back. This series is going to cover so many different fields that we have to go back to the basics. We have to go back to where our health begins, and that's from the ground. For example, I know a would-be practitioner who uses carrot juice, and in that carrot juice he has people using massive amounts of carrot juice until your skin goes orange. Well, that's fine because you're getting all your vitamins. But one day I said to him, mate, it's costing me a lot of money for organic carrots. And he said, oh, Don, don't worry about organic carrots. He said, just use the other ones, they're too expensive. Hang on, carrots absorb everything. The glyphosates, all the toxins are in the carrot. And who was he working with? People with cancer. Glyphosates and pesticides cause cancer. And now he's throwing his hands up in the air and he's wondering why all his cancer patients are dying. So we've got to go back to the basics. If you're going to go on a diet, if you're going to go on a regime, you've got to know the source of where your food's coming from. So I've got Scott Robinson here today to talk about the importance of the soil and the quality of the food that you're eating. So when you choose a particular regime, it's going to be safe. So you deal with soil, Scott.
Yes, yeah, we start at the bottom and work our way up, building a lot of farms.
You're building farms?
Yeah, different farms. Some are food-based, some are medicinal, species as well, mostly natives. Okay. So yeah, we pretty much try and stick with that. But now with the moringa plant, that's really changed, the playing field.
And when you're dealing with these plants, especially healing plants like moringa, it's absolutely imperative that the soil is clean.
Yes, yeah. Moringa being the type of plant that it is, much the same as our native Gumby. That one they use for cancer patients who after they come off treatment, it gets their appetite and their immune system up and running in a pretty rapid time frame. And they tend to mine the soil for minerals, so there has to be this trickle feed effect. So you're constantly feeding the plants. So if you're feeding the soil, the plants are benefiting from it.
Okay, the importance of getting organic feed into the soil as well is important, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't want to use synthetics because they tend to have a capacity to lock up other minerals. Worm juice is one of the few products that will actually detoxify soil. So if you focus on worm juice and the worm castings, then you're going to get multiple benefits out of those inputs.
So for the average person going shopping, we've got to really look around for the right places like farmers markets. But in farmers markets, unfortunately, people go and buy unorganic food and sell it at the market. So you've got to be particular about who you purchase your food from.
Yeah, I think people need to be conscious about asking those people questions. How do you grow your food? I think one of the most enjoyable signs I've seen at farmers markets was uncertified organic. And I've known the fella for probably close to 20 years. He comes down off the range up near Stanthorpe. He goes to about 6 or 7 different markets every weekend down through southeast Queensland, and he has his own worm farm and he produces everything, and he feeds his soil, and he mulches and he does everything right, and you taste it in the food.
There you go, Scott's saying it. You've got to ask the question, and the important thing is just by swapping to organic, your health has to improve. And if it's organic, that's being fed by worm castings and natural fertilizers, you're going to be healthy just in that area alone. So there you go. Thank you for watching the first episode of Don's Get Your Health Back series.